Hello, my beautiful people. I welcome you all once again to Witness Fashion TV. My name is Chinwe. I'm so sorry I've not been able to post videos on this channel in a while now. It's due to some circumstances beyond my control. I'm so sorry about that. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing us and teaching us how to make this simple but beautiful jacket. Is today your first time of joining us on this channel? You're so very welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And also don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell as well, so that you'll be notified once I upload new videos. And to my old subscribers, thank you so much and God bless. Let's go straight into today's video. So these are the things and materials I'll be using for today's project. So this is a organza, polka dot organza, fancy organza. I have 1.5 years there. That's what I'll be using to create the jacket. This is a crepe material. I'll be using this for the inner, for the collar, and for the belt. So this is a mercury material. That's what I'll be using for the gathers that you see on the sleeve. Then the customer's measurements and every other instrument that we use in cutting. So the first thing that we're going to be doing here is to lay our fabric on the table and fold it. So I will be using the hip measurements plus my allowance for sewing in this folding. So that's what I've done here. So the hip measurement of this customer is 10 plus 1 inch sewing allowance 11. So I use that 11 inches to fold this fabric down to the full length that I need. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark the shoulder. Shoulder is 15 inches, which is 7.5 plus half inch sewing allowance, that's 8. So remember, we divide our shoulder by 2. So I'll mark it down there. Then I will take down my tape on that line that I've marked. I'm going to be marking 9 inches. That's what we standard for armhole. So I mark the 9 inches, and then I'll also mark the shoulder wideness that I've marked before on the upper part on that exact line. And then I'll use my ruler to connect it. So this is the one of the basic when we are cutting clothes. So I'm just trying to explain for the benefit of the newbies among us. So I'll connect that line, and that line automatically forms our armhole line. So on that line that I marked down, so that's where I'm going to be taking my bust measurement. So I'll mark the bust measurement of the customer there. That, as you can see, please bear with me. I think you can see the shot. If you look very well, you see the chalk. So having marked the bust measurement, the next thing is to go ahead and form the armhole. Remember, human being armhole is not straight, so we normally use this instrument. We call it French curve. We also have armhole curve to achieve that curve. So the next thing I'm going to be marking now is the half length. The half length of this customer is 15.5. So that's what I've marked. And then on that line, I'm going to be taking the waist measurement. So the waist measurement is 32, which is 8 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. That's 9. As you can see, it's 9 that I have there. So I'm going to be connecting this waist line now up to the armhole line that we marked initially. Just watch carefully, you understand. So I'm done with that. So the next thing is going to be marking our hip, and to mark our hip, I'll place my tape on the waistline and I'll go down by 9 for a normal figure. But if it's someone that is taller or a bit fatter, you can use 9.5 or 10. So on that 9 inches, I'm going to be taking my hip measurement. So it's the hip measurements that I'm taking. I remember I folded this clothes using the hip measurements. So automatically I'm using almost everything that is there. So I'm going to be connecting this hip now again back to the waist. Just follow me carefully. You will see the chalk and you understand. So I've connected the hip back to the waist. I hope you can see the shape that we have there. So the next thing, I'm going to be going to the hemline. That's the full length of this gown. I'm going to be marking exactly what I have on that hip, which is 11 inches, as you can see. And then I'm going to be connecting it with my ruler. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on my neck. So I'll do that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the neck. The neck depth that I normally use for my kimonos that works for me perfectly is 2.5 or 3. So for this person is slim, so I'm using 2.5. That's, and then I'll come down. I'll first of all mark my back, which is 1 inch. So I'm marking my back first of all. I'm coming down by 1 inch and I'm connecting it like this. So this is our back neck. So the next thing I'm doing here is to fold our shoulder. Remember, we normally fold our shoulder with 1 inch because the human shoulder is not straight. It's not very straight. So that's why we remove that 1 inch, so to help the shoulder line to relax very well on our body. So is that I'm marking here. So like this, now I'm done with the back. Now we are done with all the basic. This is what we call basic in sewing. So I will go ahead and cut out the back neck first of all, like this. Then I will fold that shoulder. Just follow me and you see all the lines and where I am cutting. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment and share with your friends. And if you're here to subscribe to our channel, please go ahead and hit the subscription button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, so that you get notified once I upload new videos. Thank you so much and God bless. So if you watch, you see that I'm following the line. I'm cutting exactly on the lines that I marked. So that's what I'm doing here. So I will cut it out. I will fold my fabric again, and then I will lay this on it so that we can cut our front piece. So this one that we are cutting now is the back, remember. So I folded the fabric once again, like I told us earlier, and I've laid that back that we cut on it. You can see I'm trying to make sure that the two of them align. You know, this organza is somehow funny, so you have to use your hand and press it down and watch and be sure it has aligned. So I've used this to cut out the front, like I said. So I'm going to go ahead now and work on the neck. So remember, the neck width that I used for that back is 2.5. So that's exactly what I'm going to be using as the neck width. The only thing that will change here is the length here, because I'm making use of a v-neck. So for this v-neck, I'll be using 8 inches. So I'm going to be connecting from this 8 inches back to the 2.5 that I have as the width measurement. So just follow me carefully, you understand, because this is where is very important in this jacket. So I've connected this neck, so I'll go ahead and open it up. But before I do that, I'm going to be removing a kind of a bulkiness using my hand, free hand, to try to get a straight line down to the opening. The essence of doing this is to allow that neck to relax after you have sewn your collar. So watch me carefully, see what I'm doing. I'm trying to blend this line somehow to the opening that is going to be in this front. So as I'm doing this, if you don't do this, when you lay your collar, you see that that front will be looking funny. You'll be experiencing some kind of bulkiness in that front. So that's what I've done. Use my hand to eliminate that. I hope you get that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and cut this front neck. So just follow me, watch carefully, you will understand. So you see, I did not follow the initial v-neck that I made, but I followed that line that I marked with my free hand that helped me to blend out the bulkiness that will be in the front after sewing if I don't eliminate it. So I will now go ahead and open up this front, because our opening will be in the front. So I'll go ahead and open up this front, and then I'll show us the next thing to do. So guys, I'm done opening up the neck, the front, sorry. So the first thing we are going to be doing is to join our shoulders. So I'll open up my back piece like this, the front part, the right side facing me, and then I'm going to be laying this front part on it, the two right sides facing each other, and I'll go ahead and stitch it on the shoulder using 1/2 inch sewing allowance. So I'm going to stitch it on the shoulder. Then I'll cut my sleeve, the first sleeve, the basic sleeve, attach it, and then I'll come and show us how we are going to cut the collar. So this, to cut the collar, I put the clothes on my body, on my neck, and I determine where I want my collar to end. That's what I'm trying to do here. So once I determine where I want that collar to end, I'm going to be marking it down, and then I will measure it from where my hand is to the other part of the neck. I hope you understand what I mean. So when I bring it out like this, I've marked the other side. You can equally, when you bring it out, you align the two of them like this, joining the two shoulders together. In this way, you'll be sure you have a very straight line. So like this now, where my hand is, I'm going to be marking the other part of the clothes, so that when I measure, I know I'm stopping there. So I'll now open it up. So I'll go ahead and measure from here now till that my markings, because we are going to cut our collar long, one long collar. That's what we are going to be attaching here. So I'll mark it till that place. So whatever it gives me, that's what I'm going to be cutting, and then adding some allowances that I need for the pointiness that we see in that collar. So for me to cut my collar, I folded that crepe fabric I showed us at the beginning into two, and I have 3.5 inches because I want the wideness of the collar to be 3 inches at the end of this day. So I've been marking this 3.5 all the way to the full length of this collar that I want. So I've done that and I've cut it out. So this is it. We have that 3.5, and then we have the length of the collar here, plus the extra 6 inches that I added for me to form that sharpness, that sharp edge that we have in the collar. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to fold this collar into two to get the middle. That's what I'm doing here. Just follow me here, you understand. So I folded it into 2 equal parts. So there I have my middle. So the first thing I'm going to be doing now is to work on the 2 edges, because that's where the shape of I want to give this collar is going to be. So on these 2 edges now, I'm going to be marking from the middle of this collar first of all till the full length that I want. It's very important. I cannot just go and mark 3 inches because I left 3 inches. No, I have to ascertain that what I want is complete, what will cover for my collar. When I measured my collar, I have 30. So I'm marking 30 divided by 2. Remember, this is on fold. I will have 15 inches. So it's that 15 inches that I mark. So I mark it there. So you see that the clothes is on fold. So all the 2 of them is there. So that's where my 15 inches. So I'll go ahead and add 1/2 inch for sewing on it when I'm marking on this other side. So what is 3 inches. That's the extra that I added. So plus the allowance for sewing it there. So I'm marking 3.5. So I'm going to be connecting it all the way up. So I've connected it with the line. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to use my ruler and do a sharp connection from this point to that end, as if you're drawing a V-neck. So I'm going to take my ruler, put it on this part, and put it on that end, and I'm going to draw my straight line. So in that way, when I open up this collar, I will have that pointiness that I want. So I'm doing the connection now. So as you can see, I'll just do a straight, sharp line there from this point to this tip. So and I'll go ahead and cut it out. Can you see it? So this will give us the shape that I want to have on that end of the collar. So on this other middle part, I'm going to be going in by 1/2 inch. I'm going to be going in by 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to be connecting it to this point with my ruler. So I'll connect it. Sorry, I can't find my long ruler, so I decided to use my tape. So I'll connect it, and then I'll go ahead and cut all the lines out, and our collar is ready to be attached on the jacket. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and share with your friends. And if you are here to subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscription button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, so that you get notified once I upload new videos, because I have loads and loads of good videos coming on this channel. So I'm trying to cross-check all my measurements here before I go ahead and cut it down. So I have my 15 inches down, then my 3.5 that I measured here, and then the connection that I connected from here to that point. So I'm clear. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and cut it out. So let's cut it out. So guys, I'm done cutting. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to open it up. So I'll open it up like this. So look at it very well. Can you see that the shape is already coming out? Check on the other end too. You can see the shape. So when we sew it and put it on the collar, this is what we're going to have. Is it not making sense? It's not looking beautiful already? So the first thing I'm going to be doing now is to close up this part, these two edges. I'm going to be closing them up, close them and come show. So can you see I've sewn that part? So I'm going to be turning it inside out. I'm going to be turning it out. I'll turn up the two edges and then I'll iron it, but because I don't have lights, I'll do the ironing later. So you can use your what is it called, small screwdriver or the tip of your scissors to bring it out very well, so that the shape will really come out and show. So that's what I'm doing here. So after that, our collar is ready after ironing. So the next thing is to go ahead and attach it on our jacket. But before we do that, I'm going to be folding it together too, joining those two tips together. The essence is for me to get the middle, because I will start the joining from the middle. So once I get the middle like this, I'll go ahead and give it a little notch. I've notched it, so I will now bring over my jacket. Then I will determine the middle of this jacket as well. I'm not going to be notching it because it's organza. Organza get wahala, sha. So I will just be pressing it down with my hand so that the line will show very well. As can you see that the line is visible? So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to pick up my collar, and then on that middle that I've notched, I'm going to be matching it with the middle of the back as well. Then I'll start my sewing from that back all the way to wherever the collar ends. So can you see what I'm doing to where this collar ends? Then I'll go back to the other side as well, and then I'll start my sewing from here too and sew to where the collar ends. The essence of this is to be sure that the collar falls on equal length on both sides of the gown. So I'll sew it and then do all the other necessary things, and then I'll come and show us. I'll do my ironing later. I did not attach stay because I don't want it to have stay. I want it to have this falling effect. So, but you can decide to attach your stay. So this is what we have after joining it. So can you see? So if you notice, you see that I've weaved the tip of that place. Very important. So when we wear, that's what we're going to be having. So let's go and work on the hand. So this is the basic hand that I told us I'm going to be cutting and attaching. So I'm going to be measuring the circumference that I have on this part, because that's what I'll use to. So I have 13, I'll be 14 thereabouts. So I'm going to be cutting times 3. You can decide to cut times 4, times 5, depending on the fullness that you want to have there. So this is my organza. I've already cut it out, and this is it. So I cut it on fold before opening it up. So I've opened it up. I have 18 here. So when I close it back, I will have 19. I'll have 9, sorry, rather. Open it up, close it back, I have 9, because I want the joining to be on this part. I don't want that other end to be joined. So on this part, there are 2 mouths that I've joined together. That's where I'm going to be running my gather stitch. I run my gather stitch there, gather it together. After forming my gathers, can you see this effect that it's having? That's why I cut it on fold. So I'm going to be attaching it. I've done the same thing. Exactly what I cut on the other one is what I have. Cut 2 pieces because we'll be joining to the 2 sleeves. So I'm going to be joining it on this sleeve, on this end of this sleeve like this, the gathered part to the sleeve like this. So the mouth will now be like this. So I'll finish it up and come and show us. So this is it. Our jacket is ready. So can you see it? You can see that after joining this collar, I went ahead and weaved it, and I hemmed all the necessary parts that I'm supposed to hem. This middle, the down parts, and all the rest. Then this collar, I weaved it, and I went down to turn it and do a double stitching, top stitching, sorry, rather, on the back. So when I wear it, it will be like this. So, and this is that hand that we've gathered, and our gown is ready. So guys, so I also cut a belt with that crepe fabric and an inner that I'll use in wearing it. So guys, can you see our jacket? Isn't this so beautiful, so simple, and so classy? I know you give it a try and you will love the outcome. So guys, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. I know you must have learned 1 or 2 things. Please try to practice. It's good to learn, and it's better to, when you learn, you practice so that you don't forget and so that you can perfect. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and share with your friends. And if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscription button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, so that you get notified once I upload new videos. And to my old subscribers, thank you so much, and God bless you. Do take care of yourself till I see you once again in my next video. Bye bye. Love you all.